welcome to Bibo's channel. I think this is our third show, Billah, would you say?
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Anyway, we've got some special guests today. We've got up and coming rising star, boxing champion, well he's just turned professional, Usman Aslam. We've got a young Naqwan here, very good, he's only 11 years old. What's your name?
Muhammad Hamza.
Muhammad Hamza. And we've got Brother Shabir here, who runs the TM projects, and we can talk about the TM projects in a minute, inshallah. And everybody knows Billah, he's world famous.
No, I'm not world famous. No, universe famous, not world.
Alright, there you go. Humble as ever.
Just this galaxy.
Humble as ever.
I hope we're known up there as well.
Inshallah, all of us, inshallah. Right, so I'd like to start with Usman, if that's alright. And just want to say that, you know, cut. No. Yeah, I'd like to start with Hamza actually, because he's our youngest guest, and I think he's got a nasheed for us, inshallah. So, do you want to start?
Sallallahu alayka ya Rasulallah, wa salam alayka ya Habiballah. In a time of darkness and greed, it is your light that we need. You came to teach us how to live. Muhammad, Ya Rasulallah, you were so caring and kind. Your soul was full of light. Oh, you are the best of mankind. Muhammad, khair khalqillah, sallu ala Rasulillah, Habib al-Mustafa. Peace be upon the messenger, the chosen one. From luxury turned away, and all night you would pray. Oh, truthful in every word you say. Muhammad, Ya Rasulallah, your face was brighter than the sun, your beauty equal by none. Oh, you are Allah's chosen one. Muhammad, khair khalqillah, sallu ala Rasulillah, Habib al-Mustafa. Peace be upon the messenger, the chosen one. I'll try to follow your way and do the best to live my life as you taught me. I'll pray to be close to you, and on that day you see your smile when you see me. Sallu ala Rasulillah, Habib al-Mustafa. Peace be upon the messenger, the chosen one. Sallu ala Rasulillah. Oh, peace be upon, oh, the chosen one.
Okay, you can pass that to that one. Right, so, mashallah, young nasheed artist there from Medina Mosque, is that right?
All Medina Mosque.
Oh, Medina Mosque, okay. So, do you want to speak a little bit about some of the work you're doing with this young people on the streets?
Yes, alhamdulillah, as I was born in this country as well, and I grew up, and I've seen what has happened within the youth, so I decided to get a qualification as a youth worker, because I wanted to help the youth Like obviously when we're young, we go through problems and situations, and there is no one there for us, because there's an age gap and a generation gap between the elders who have come from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. They come into this country, and the way they have been brought up into this society, meaning in Bangladesh or Pakistan, and they came into the UK, they expecting the same thing, that okay, the way we've been brought up, then my son, I can bring him up the same way. But when the society has changed, everything has changed, then it's virtually impossible the way they're trying to bring up their children, the way they have been brought up, and it doesn't work.
So you feel there's a culture clash, yeah?
Culture clash. And this was one of the reasons why I went forward to obtain my qualification in this. And at the same time, obviously there's issues and problems, isn't it? So youth work doesn't just solve the issues and problems. So I went and got another qualification called mediation and conflict management. So what this does is, in between, if there's a situation between families, you can go in and help them, because due to that qualification, it trains you up on how to, the problem, wherever the problem is, how to attack the problem and resolve the issue.
I've heard of this mediation.
Yeah.
But the youth in particular, you've been doing some activities with the youth. Do you want to talk about it?
Yes. So generally we found out, okay, the youth wasn't coming to the masjid, they weren't coming to the mosque, and what was the reason behind this? So when they were actually coming in, then it was a situation where the elders, for example, just a general example, one person came in with a can of drink, and the elders said, what are you doing? Instead of looking to see that, okay, he's coming to the masjid, instead of looking in a positive way, he's looking at him in a negative way. Why have you come in with a drink? And he saw like shouting at him. So obviously, as you can see from there, so then we realized from this that, okay, they're not coming into the masjid. What can we do to bring them into the masjid? So what we did in Al Madinah Mosque, the downstairs was a cellar, it wasn't part of the masjid. So what we did, we set up a youth group called TM Youth, and what we did was we put some pool tables, PS3 stations and things like this to attract them to the masjid and to show them the life of and the character of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which was a gentle character. So we brought them in and we showed them gentleness, we showed them love, we showed them sincerity, and during, for example, we had various tournaments. We had a FIFA 14 tournament, FIFA 13 tournament, and they would come in, groups of 30, 40 lads, they would register, they would play, and then when it was Salah time, they would go upstairs and they would praise their Salah.
I asked you that question specifically because I remember in the cellar when you had very little equipment, I actually came and saw you in those days, and some of the kids were really rough, and they weren't like, into the mosque and so forth. So you did a good spiritual job on that side. You did a lot of activities, but it wasn't just activities. You did actually teach them some good morals.
Yeah.
So, and inshallah, you've got this young brother here, and he's part of your
setup. Alhamdulillah.
You have excursions as well, don't you?
Yeah,
where you're taking people away. I've seen the photos.
Yeah, we do. Recently we took them to Lake District, which was obviously, what happens is TMU, for example, if a youngster wants education, then we send them to different places. For example, there's Jamia Mahmiya, which is set up already. So we send them there and they can become alim and alimas, and at the same time, they can do activities as well. They teach them how to sew, they teach them how to cook, at the same time doing their alima classes and alim classes. So in that way, they can do that. So if they want to do any welfare, then we send them to, we try to work with, we've asked Mother Billah to work with him on this as well. And we try to send them to another organisation at the Bag Trust where they look after welfare. And we've asked for yourself to work with the team as well. And so this is what we try. We don't try to keep them and keep hold of them. Rather, we just try to send them to different institutions, different places. Because we can only cater for certain aspects of the youth.
And you are having an impact, like Billah, because I do remember back in the day when all that community was one. Before you had the other mosque and the Alexa. And most of those people come from the same villages, communities. So it shows that where there's work being done, it's having an impact on the street with the young people, because where that work isn't being done, without mentioning any areas, you can see that.
You can see that, yeah.
You know,
Challenging
that
times
reflection.
today.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of our people have been chatting. There's so much actually going on, and it's very important that we bring the youth in, because at the end of the day, they're our future.
Yeah.
Yeah, the elders, alhamdulillah, they're there to actually guide us, put us on the path. But the thing is, just unfortunate, there's a lot of culture that's actually mixed up. As we've all grown up together, we've been to the schools together. Yeah, we go to the masjid or even at the school, and we seem to get along at the school. It's only what happens after that, you know, and it's very important that we get them in. You know.
There is a lot of factions and so forth, which you know, disenfranchise the youth, and the youth get fed up of it, and sometimes it even gives them an excuse to walk away. But alhamdulillah, I mean, I can see, and really the council, as an ex-councillor, I believe the council should recognise some of this work that's going on as well, because it's not only through your mainstream youth centres and such. Some of this work is going on through, you know, extracurricular activities at the mosque. But we're going to go to Usman now for a while, if that's...
just finally, one point I would like to make was, recently I've just come back from a dawah trip from Trinidad and Tobago. Went to their four brothers went there, and they, mashallah, they was like very rich, and so they looked after us quite well. But at the airport, there were about 25, 30 people. They came to welcome us. We came, and
So they're not poor?
They're not poor, no. Alhamdulillah, Allah's blessed them with the wealth. So they came to welcome us, and we were looking around. We thought, okay, where's the youth? You know, there was like people 84 years old, 72 years old, 65 years old, and we're looking around. The first day we didn't mention anything. We thought we'll leave it, and then the second day we're thinking, what's going on here? There's something going on here, you know, because then the third day we started asking them, what's going on with the youth? Where are the youth today? Or they're trying to hide the fact that you know, the youth are busy in their own lives, you know. And the funny thing is, they've lost everything. They've lost their identity. They can't speak any other language apart from English, and majority, half the population are from India. And when we asked them, where are you from India? They said, I don't know. Have you been to India? No. 84 years old, have you been to India? No, I've not been to India. You know, so they've lost their identity, you know, and this is the problem.
It's a wake-up call for us.
It's a wake-up call, and we're very, very lucky here. Alhamdulillah, we see the madrasa, especially at time of Jum'ah, and how many masjids there are in Bolton now. It's actually growing.
The first generation has worked hard.
Yeah, they've worked very hard, and we
can
see
that. You got to realise that that's about fourth or fifth generation. They moved there in some 1830s or 1840s. In Trinidad, they came to work in the sugarcane factory, and then they stayed there. So what they're saying to us is going to happen to you in the UK.
The thing is, no, inshallah, it won't happen here. You would have to look at. I'll give you an example.
All the social trends.
There's a social trend. What's around you? You look at Africa, maybe third generation, fourth generation, and there, alhamdulillah, Islam is booming in South Africa and Africa. But you look at I work as well in. You know, with people in Tobago and you know, the different islands, Bermuda, all the islands I work, because my work's everywhere, and I see them, and I know they are very, very busy. It is different, because you know, you go in there, and it's what's around. You've even got no masjid. Yeah, you're working here, mashallah. How many we got? 30 odd masjids now here, just in Bolton. You know, and it's very important, because like, our youth are our future. Yeah, we're the future. We've just got to help them, guide them a little bit, but they are our future. How?
And that's why we need good role models. And I am now going to jump to Usman. And inshallah, give the young man. We'll come back to you.
In Trinidad, there's 80 masjids.
We'll come back to you. We'll put the boxing gloves. We'll put the boxing gloves on YouTube later. Right. So Usman, you know, I know. You've come through, obviously, you've been mentored by these people, and obviously you've had your first professional fight. I came to watch you. Alhamdulillah, you won. And how do you feel about that? Has life changed a bit for you?
Alhamdulillah, yeah. You know, life has definitely changed. Especially, you know, like when I speak to the young lads my age, they pay a lot of attention to what I say to them.
Right.
Like, whereas before my fight, when I speak to them, they would give me attention, but not as much. But like, even the older lads, when I speak to them, they give me a lot of attention. the younger lads, lads my age group, and alhamdulillah it's really good. Even like when I say something positive to them, they'll straight away come and follow me.
So you're a centre of influence now, really, aren't you? And with that comes a bit of responsibility, I suppose.
Yeah, because if I do something now and the lads that look up to me, they'll think, oh, if he can do it, we can do it as well. But if I do something good, then inshallah they'll say, oh, someone's doing something good, we should do it as well. So yeah, definitely.
A bit of weight on your shoulders. Anyway, let's go to your boxing. You know, did you think when you were young that you were going to go into boxing, or did you pick it up later? Or
I started boxing when I was 10 years old. I never imagined I'd be professional. I never thought of that. I remember I went to Bolton Lads and Girls Club when I was 10 years old.
Bag Street?
Yeah. I went for the football arena. I went to play football with the lads, and then I seen the boxing gym and I thought, oh, what's this? And I never knew what boxing was. I thought, what's this? And then I went inside, and then I seen this old man that I still remember his coach name was Dave. And I started hitting the bag, and he said to me, oh, do you know what? You're a good one, you.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is first day, And he said to me, come, so I asked him at the times as to just carry on going, and then I never told my parents I used to do boxing. I never told them after about 2 weeks, and then I told them. My mum wasn't a bit happy, but then she said, you know what, it's better, you should do it because my behaviour started changing in the house. First I was really naughty.
It teaches you discipline, doesn't it?
I was such a big brat. I was really naughty, but alhamdulillah, when I started boxing and I got punched a few times,
it changed.
It changed me a lot. And then my dad, my mum, my brothers, everyone helped me and said, do not carry on with it. And then I turned amateur, and then alhamdulillah, thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I won like a lot of Northwest titles. And then I won the British Championships, and then I won the under-10, under-20 British Championships. And then alhamdulillah, this year I turned professional. Last year I turned professional. Alhamdulillah.
And you won your fight at
I won my first fight at the Reebok
yeah.
Stadium, Uncle came and watched as well.
But, you know, obviously this training, this level of professionalism takes a bit of dedication, doesn't it? And, you know, what is your training regime? What kind of training do you do per week?
Well, hopefully, inshallah, I've got another fight on the 28th of March.
Right.
So that will be, hopefully, inshallah, impressed in what I've been told. What I do is, every day I wake up, inshallah, alhamdulillah, I wake up for Fajr Namaz, Fajr Jamaat, and that's at, I think, 7 a.m. And then after that, I'd get ready. I'd go to Queen's Park, Queen's Park, and I'd do some sprints there with my team and my brothers. And then I'd come back home and I'd get a bit of rest. And then at 2 o'clock I'd go to Amir Khan's gym. Alhamdulillah, Amir helps me out a lot as well. They open their gym and train there for a few hours. And then alhamdulillah, and then
so daily training,
everyday training till the fight,
So it's quite a lot of dedication, isn't it?
How many hours are you doing per day?
I've been fitting about up to 3-4 hours a day. So 1 hour was on running. 1 hour was like a lot of cardio, and the rest is strength and conditioning.
And what about eating? What about that?
The eating, I don't put that much weight on anyway. You have to have a strict diet, a very strict diet. I can't have the pizzas while my friends are having pizzas and burgers. I can't have none of that. I've got to have a very strict diet.
That's good. So this mentoring, do you feel that you do now use your influence since, you know, you've won that fight, and since these young ones are looking up to you, do you use your influence on them?
Yeah, alhamdulillah. Yes, alhamdulillah, because there's a lot of youngsters my age and my friends, they've changed a lot as well. Because I remember a lot of my friends, a lot of people who I know, close ones, they were on drugs, and they were drinking alcohol and consuming all these. Like, when they see me with my fight, and then I spoke to them about it, and I told, before when I used to tell them quit, and they wouldn't go in. Alhamdulillah, when I won my fight, and then I told them, then I started seeing it, started working, started sinking into it.
And have you taken them with you to the gym as well?
Yeah, we take them with us, we invite everyone.
And do you take them to TM as well?
Yeah, they all come to the masjid, like Brother Shabir, to me he means a lot, because I remember I walked into the masjid after a long time. I never used to like praying, because what I thought was opening the Quran, if you pray it wrong, your teacher's going to hit you. So alhamdulillah, when I went to the mosque after a very long time, and I seen Brother Shabir sitting there, and I thought, this man's going to shout at me, I'm doing something wrong. And then I went up to him and I asked him, and I started speaking to him, and he was so sweet and gentle. And I used to remember when I used to go, and the Maulvi Sahib used to shout and be strict.
From back home?
Yeah. want to come back home, so I thought, oh, you know, I'm going to get in trouble here, but he was so gentle and soft, alhamdulillah, and just changed. And then when I started speaking to him more and more, and then I wanted to spend more time with him. And then I
became confident, confidence
gave me so much confidence, and then I started speaking to him more and more, and then we started going out for meals, and then we just had a great friendship from there. And so many other youth now, alhamdulillah, lads from different areas in Bolton, everyone getting together, spending time together.
It does make a difference though, having imams and teachers from here, because not only is it the language,
English speaking,
they also understand the culture
they do,
of today. I mean, you know, we can relate to what Usman's saying, because when we were young at the madrasas,
always
it was the same thing. Yeah, exactly. And there was very little tolerance. And if anything, it put us off, if we're being honest.
No, you know what you're saying, you hit the nail on the head there. Only today, or yesterday, I learned a brother who somebody, I'm not going to mention the name, but somebody came over to me and go, I'd like an English Quran. Yeah, I need one for my wife, I need one for myself. And I go, why are you going? And I know he's going for Umrah. I go, why? He goes, because I can't read the Quran. I thought, subhanAllah, he's much older than me, and I thought, don't be ashamed, don't be ashamed. And then I explained to him about other people that we know who've been through the similar thing. But the thing is, alhamdulillah, Brother Usman here has realised at an early age, there's some people that go well over double your age, and then they still
mentioning no names.
But they feel, how they do, how can we explain? You feel ashamed of asking people.
Of course.
A lot of people, you'll be surprised, will be ashamed of asking, no, and they go, leave it, you know, I'm getting all that. Then age comes in, and you know, it's waswasa, you know, it's from the shaitan who's got telling you, leave it, you don't have to learn.
What I say, like, there's so many lads out there who, like, I remember speaking to a friend, and I've known him for a few years, and he's not been to the masjid for, not even for Jummah namaz, not even for Eid namaz. He's not been in the masjid for a very, very long time, and he only remembers
Muslim in name.
Yeah, his name is got Muslim, or not mentioned names. But when I asked him why not, he said, I said to him, when was the last time you remember? What was your last memory in the masjid? And what he told me was that it was like getting hit.
I mean, a few of the youngsters, when they come into the masjid, especially for the first time, you walk in and you do see a few elders looking at you, but automatically you jump to conclusion, oh, why are they looking at me? Look, we've walked in here, people, you know, even me, I can go to anyone and I can keep going in and in, they'll still look at me the same way. And I've learned that. Some of them actually look like that, you know, but it's very important that you, when they see you, alhamdulillah, progressing with your sport, getting further and further, and you're remembering Allah as well, it'll be a massive inspiration on these people.
This is it, because the role models can't just be, you see, in our communities, they are known as deprived communities. And there's a lot of unemployment. Kids, when they leave school, they've got nothing to look forward to. You've got your drug dealers saying, drive a car to Leicester, package $2 grand for a drop. It's tempting. And, you know, we need good role models, because if we get successful halal good role models, then people can have a choice between the lifestyles. Because some youngsters, when I'm talking to them, they're saying, well, uncle, what else are we going to do? You know, this is how they start off. And, you know, it's very easy to go down that other road.
With him, with the responsibility that he's got now, everything good that you do, inshallah, and if somebody else does good from that, you will get the reward for it. But at the same time, if you go and do something wrong, I'm not mentioning other boxers which I know of, and they do stuff after, and I've been in that field for a long time, right there from Prince Nazim, all the way from the beginning, they all know who I am.
It can be a dating game, can't it?
Yeah, it can. You know, and if you're doing the wrong thing, if you send the wrong message out, you're like, I've got after parties. And what happens there? So much fitna that goes on. These kind of things, and it's very, very challenging. Alhamdulillah, you've gone into a professional level now, and you'll find it very challenging, the people that are around you, and it's just unfortunate, the sport that you're in, there are a lot of bad things around it, where they have the women coming over, with the cars, and then the after parties and that, and this is where you have to stay strong.
We did have an after party. You just explain what after party was.
We had an after party, but this is a different type one. When I won my fight, we arranged a zikr session.
Oh, mashallah. Okay, brilliant.
At Old Medina Masjid, and Brother Shabir, I rang him and I said to him, inshallah, after my fight, I want a zikr message.
See, and you've got good mentors around you as well to hold you in check as well, and I think that is important.
Me, Brother Shabir and a few brothers, mashallah, we did zikr after the fight.
What we try to do is we don't, we try to push them towards education as well. We try to push them towards, we don't take them out of education. We try to bring a balance that, okay, whatever you want to do, you do it, as long as it's not haram, we'll help you with that, and we'll help you and we'll push you towards your goals, and at the same time we'll teach you a little bit about Islam, you know,
very,
take
very
it gently,
very
you know,
important,
this is, myself, I'm a teacher as well in Medina Masjid, and I teach like 11 to 15 year olds, and that's that age group you have to be really, you know, be gentle with them.
You have to supervise them at that age.
Supervise them, absolutely. And what happens is, for example, I tell them from day one, look, if you have any secrets, you find any problems, just tell me, and I swear to secrecy that I won't tell your parents. I will not tell your parents.
That
You can
trust
tell them.
in it is
So I build that
important,
trust with them, and then so many come up to me and say, oh, I can't quit smoking, I smoke, Then so I'm in a relationship, but they're only 13, 14, 15. Who are they going to say? They can't say it to anybody. So they say to me, then I give them advice, I give them the I say, this is what you need to do. And one of them, you know, after like we did, you know, the Day of Judgment and the grave, the punishment of the grave, he let go of that relationship. You know what I mean? He says, oh, you know, I've heard it, and this is what
I think it's approachability as well. Because you're very approachable. I've noticed that, you know, you go to that mosque, there's a couple of brothers like that, they're very approachable. And, you know, it can be a bit awing, especially large mosques, because you walk in and, you know, the Jamaat kind of spoil.
Were they approachable when we were younger?
Approachable.
But do you know what though? Alhamdulillah, it's made us, what's made us today, our ulama. The way that they did. There's different ways of doing it, and today they've seen things are changing.
But the schools have changed. You know, back in the day, I'm not being funny, but when we went round the fold, you got a whack. If you're a lippy kid, you got a whack. And it's changed, hasn't
today
it?
They can't social services.
Now,
they can't do that.
The other thing was, if a teacher walked in the school, you know, in your classroom, you had to stand up. And all these things. I'll tell you where I went, Thornley, which is a Christian school, and I was surprised that it's still the same there, that when any teacher opens the door, the class will stand up. And it just reminded me of my childhood in the school. But when I visit my lad's school, it's like,
they're different.
you know, the discipline and all that is
What challenges do you have? What do you're like with your friend and you're getting well known, and still there'll be a lot of challenges out there, and especially until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put a lot of tests on you. We're all tested. Everyone, any 13-year-old, you say go on, they'll be tested. They'll say, oh, it's health or this and that. Everybody is tested. One way or another, no one is perfect from false. So what tests have you got put on? What do you find? And how do you overcome them?
I think now a lot of people call me out more to spend time with them, hang out with them. And obviously I'm a young guy, and you know, you're gonna get people. You're gonna get people of the opposite sex as well, and asking to come out, or you know, let's go here, let's go. And alhamdulillah, the way, like, because I don't go out to bars and shisha places, stuff like that. But the best way to overcome it is, alhamdulillah, you know, try your best to get your namaz in, get your prayers in, and
remembering Allah,
remembering
the
Allah
5 daily prayers,
remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and most of all, keeping good company.
No, definitely.
The most important thing is to keep good company, because if you don't have good company, then it's like, you know, you're like destroying yourself.
The famous saying of Imam al-Ghazali, keep the company of the good.
The company has to be good.
You love for the sake of Allah, and you hate for the sake of Allah. I will explain to somebody today, and I say some of those people who go and they'll do something wrong, they'll do a guna, and then they'll go on the internet, especially on Facebook, oh bro, and I've seen the other day, I saw pictures of brothers with alcohol in their hand. I thought, and I just come from a bayan, which I heard that if the people that do it openly, they sin, and they then boast about it. What level of thinking? And the thing is that them are the people that you've got to keep away from. You've got to stay away, you know. And one other thing about today, I put a video on Muhammad Ali. I don't know if you watched it on my Facebook. Where he was asked, what will you do after you retire? Oh, what a video! And that is what we use. And he explained that I'm going to get ready to go to my Creator. I've got 30 years left. I'm going to have 16 odd years, because most of it I'm going to spend sleeping. You've seen the video, haven't you? How did he explain?
Very intelligent.
It was surprising. When you get to that level, I mean, you're like the other boxers out there, Prince Nazim, they don't realise when they do one thing, we believe. All they have to do is put little things like, we believe in one Creator, our Creator is one. Simple things like you've got to do, and the influence, and it'll make people think.
course it
You know,
will.
our creators want, and they don't realize Allah's giving you a platform so high, and inshallah, Allah will give you a platform, and in the way that you are, and you remember Allah, you know, I really hope
Inshallah,
Allah
this
takes up
kid's
there.
gonna go
No,
far.
inshallah, I really hope. I'm going to start following that. You know?
And
Go ahead.
I'd just like to mention
Yeah.
that when brothers mentioning, you seen them young lads, Muslims, with bits of alcohol in their hands.
Yeah.
You know, what I think is we need to, from the masjid side, we need to show them a lot more love, because what we need is we want love. Everybody needs love.
Yeah.
Like I remember, like I was just saying a bit ago, when I used to go masjid, I think, oh, I'm going to get hit or something.
Yeah,
You know, but when I met Brother Shabir, honestly, he met me with so much love. I thought, you know, this is so comforting.
So we want to become a bit more non-judgmental in the mosque and that.
No, very important. You got it. It's very, very important.
And the Molvi Sahibs or the teachers that are there in the masjids, they need to show extreme love to the youth, to the youngsters.
I think with the extreme love part, what you've got to do is limit the amount of children that are in the class, because some of the masjid, which I ate, you go to the class and they've got like nearly 20, 30 children in the masjid.
Yeah.
How much time are you going to give them? You'd rather have a few kids, not as many, and then you can have a bit more time with it, and maybe have a counselling session, you know, something in a week, or have you got any problem? And it's very important that we start doing something like this.
I'm going to give the young man a chance to do his nasheed. I know he's wrote one specially. Is that correct? He wrote it himself. So I know he's been waiting very patiently.
Have you got copyright on it?
And
I just want to
You've
say
got good manners,
that
as well.
one day I didn't even help him. He just wrote it himself, and he says, "Dad, I've written this."
MashaAllah.
And I says, "Whoa, you know, amazing." Because you don't expect somebody, a little kid, to just come along, "Dad, I've written this. What do you think?" You know,
here we go, Muhammad Hamza.
It's a hamd and a dua as well.
Hamd and a dua, so we could wrap up with that, because I know the cameraman's been making all these actions
Well,
to
you
me.
know what we'll do that? I mean, if we ask a brother Osman here, what message would he like to give to the youth?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can give a short message, and then after we'll go to the brother, and we're here, and we can wrap up after that.
I would just like to say to all the youth that always respect your parents, or whatever, wherever they are. Always have love for everyone, for your elders. Treat everyone the same. Younger ones, the kids, give them love. Get them whatever you can. Keep them happy. Keep everyone happy. And inshallah, you know, alhamdulillah, do dua for the ummah of the Prophet every time, because we're in very, very hard times, and always try your best to, no matter where you are, get your namaz in and pray your namaz, because we're going to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala one day. We're going to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The day of judgment could be very, very close around the corner, and you know, life is short, so inshallah, just try your best, and let's meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Prophet with a smile on our face.
Inshallah.
Jazakallah.
MashaAllah. Okay, Hamza, when you're ready, Bismillah.
So we only have one chance to make things right for us. So Allah, hear my dua, I shall take to the world. Allah, 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 Prophet to guide us the straight way. His name is Muhammad, Ya Rasulallah, and he did exactly as you said. Now we can pray in peace to you, Ya Allah. Allahu, 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 Allah. Allahu, 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 Allah. Allahu,
Okay, I'd like to say Jazakallah for everybody took the time to come here, and inshallah may Allah reward you for coming and give you all the success, and you young man, you're a nice snack fan, would you agree?
Oh, brilliant.
11 years old.
I need to get an autograph of him.
I'd like to be a nasheed artist when I grow up.
Inshallah. Okay, thanks for joining us again. Let's hope next time me and Bilal will meet up again. And,
we've got quite a bit lined up. Yeah,
we've got a bit lined up.
Quite a bit. I just this week I was saying I've got a little bit busy. Next week I've got quite a few people. We've got reverts. We've got Dawah show. We've got quite a bit. We've got homeless project. Yeah. Not only one. We've got the projects with the elderly. Yeah. There's quite a bit of stuff that I've already thought of what we can do.
We've also got the Somalian community who wants to come on. So Compton, Somali.
Yeah, there's going to be quite a bit going on, and if you've got any ideas. And or if you'd like to come on here, then please come forward. And it's been a BritAsianBuzz.com. I can never get the name, can I?
Oh, well, we're changing the name because of you, Bilal.
I know, right? B-Buzz.
We've got the directors to do it.
Yeah, B-Buzz they actually call it. You can see the YouTube channel, you can catch up with the show. Yeah. The website, again, he'll tell you because I've forgotten again. He'll tell you the website and you can go there and look at some of these shows. They'll be on repeat and inshallah they'll be uploaded very, very soon.
And it's our early days and inshallah we've got a long way to go. We've got a lot of partners coming on and we're getting a lot of support from places where we didn't even expect. So inshallah, www.BritAsianBuzz.com, that's where you can see us at the moment. Yeah. Hopefully, we're applying for a radio license as well, so soon inshallah we'll be on radio and the B-Buzz channel on YouTube.
YouTube as well.
Thank you for listening.